Hey guys, Andrew Piotrowski from Engearment.com. I'm out here in the gear barn just unpacking from an overnight fast packing trip on the Appalachian Trail and some of the surrounding trails in Pennsylvania. And the pack I used on this trip is a pack that actually just launched this week, and this is from Deckers X Lab. And if you're not sure who that is, Deckers X Lab is the innovation department of the company that owns Teva, Hoka, I think UGG, Sanuk, those companies. And this is a bunch of people that put together to do innovation and come up with really cool products. And this is one of those products. So I'll just start in the front here. So this is the Never Stop pack. It's a 25-liter pack that can, with the roll top fully loaded, can go up to a 40-liter pack. It has 19 pockets, and I'll go over some of those pockets and just some of the basic functions. Now, it's loaded down pretty heavy right now. Admittedly, it wasn't my latest pack job when I went out on this fast packing trip. I went a little heavy, wanted to be comfortable. It's my first time back in the woods in a few weeks, so I went a little heavy on the sleeping pad, brought a pillow, actually, brought some comfort items I typically wouldn't bring. But either way, they all fit in this pack. So let me go over the front. So right off the bat, on the back, there is this padded area where your back goes, and I found this to be pretty comfy. I actually it was really hot this weekend. I did a few miles with no shirt on and didn't get any chafing or itchiness or scratching from this back of the pack here. And it felt really breathable. I was wearing like a merino wool shirt, and while it got damp, it wasn't over the top sweaty from the back here. Some packs just have like a single fabric here, which can be, hot. This mesh fabric is really breathable and pretty cool. So we'll start on this side. So here's where we get into those 19 pockets. Up top here, you have the zipper pocket, and you can use it for a bunch of different things. I used it to keep my Garmin inReach in. I wanted it close to me. I wanted it so I could pull it out, look at it. A lot of the trails I was on have like terrible cell reception, so this was really good to kind of look where I was at. I also like there is this whistle in here, and while I think it's really important to have the whistle, I also like that it has this tether. So in a few instances, I actually could clip the wire from the rope from my inReach into this, so I can pull it out and not worry about dropping it and having it fall off a cliff or the water or the mud. Just stash that back in there. So moving down, we have this big pocket here, and it has a cinch on it. Now, I really like this pocket. I like the positioning of this pocket. It's big enough that you could fit like a full smart water bottle. You could fit a handheld bottle. You could definitely fit a bunch of bottles in there. But I used it for is I'm one of those two phones work guys. So I kept one phone in one and one phone in the other. I was using one for taking pictures and navigating, and the other one I just had that was on call at work. I used it in here just because it's really easy to get in and out of that pocket because it's so big and get my whole hand in there. Moving down here, I used this pocket on the trail for, I had like just some snacks, maybe some goo chomps, some different just nutrition items in here. And then this zipper, which is really cool, that kind of goes through the back here. I actually put my car keys, a small knife, and I didn't want to run in my wedding ring, so I put that in there as well. So it has a lot of pockets and it's really versatile, right? You could use them all. You could use none. It doesn't really matter. They're there for your use, and they're awesome. They do have these cinch wires, these rip cords here. They can tighten it, loosen it, good stuff. Each one does have reflective on it, which I think is really cool and important. Moving to the other side, I won't go crazy. It's pretty much the exact same setup on this side. Zipper pocket here, two cinch pockets. On this side, I have just my water filter. I wanted that somewhere that is mesh so that any excess water could just run out and dry, but also it was quick. I can get it in really easy. I'm gonna move to the sides here. So you see this side cinches here, and a couple different things here. This is really how you tighten the sides of the pack and get it and stop it from bouncing. I found this really easy to grab from the front of the pack. I didn't have to take it off and monkey around with it. You just pull it. Going to this side, exact same thing. And I also like because you can just easily loosen it up when you go to take the pack off. Going around to the back here. So, and then let's start from the bottom up. I have my tent on here right now, and you know the tent could have fit inside the pack, but it takes up a lot of space. It's not your solo bivvy tent. It's a one-person tent. It's pretty big. It's pretty comfy. I wanted to bring it, so I did. And I used this pretty cool strap here. When I first saw this strap, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. I love it. It holds a tent really well. It can hold a sleeping pad really well. I mean, it could do a number of different things. You could attach a fanny pack to there. You could attach, pan your water bottle, maybe a big growler if you're going to the brewery. I don't know. But let me just show you how it works. Now, it's going to take a second because I have the tent rope in here. There we go. Now, it has this clip, this carabiner clip here. It has this V design with two straps right here that loosen it. And it's easy to just loosen it. And you can either unclip it or you can just slide the item right out. So I slid it right out. Now, even though it's easy to get in and out, it is super secure. I mean, that's a pretty expensive tent, and I had no worries about it falling off because you can pull it really tight. So moving up the pack here, you see this, and I want to just take this off. It has 4 little straps here. And this can be like you can take this off. And maybe you're trying to go light, you don't use it. What I do is I put all my food in this thing. So in the back here, I have my raincoat. I since taken that out, but I had all my food in here. And if you look, it's a pretty good sized pocket. I still got some, Cliff bars and things like that in there. I think this is pretty cool. It makes the pack versatile. You can take it off, put it on, do what you want. So we got the roll top here, and I'm just going to unroll it. Now, it has 2 clips on the side, your standard roll top. And it has a nice Velcro here to keep it secure. And I just have some extra items in here, right? So I got like a rain fly, some socks, just some clothing items. But you see, this thing's pretty expansive, and you could load it up. It doesn't go into the pack, which is nice. So say you're caught in a rainstorm and you stop at a swimming hole, or you got something wet, you can put it in here, roll it, and keep it from getting the rest of the pack wet. Has this little outside zipper pocket here. Just gonna undo it. And I just have my ultralight medical kit in here. I always like that somewhere that I can easily get to it. And this is the right spot. Okay. So let's go to the main compartment. The zipper goes around here. And things may just start falling out because I'm inverted, but got my stove, headlamp, bug spray, just comfort items, batteries, stuff like that. Clothing, buff, and my sleeping bag are in here. Now we were in an area that has a good amount of bears, and I didn't want to bring a bear canister, so I did have a good amount of pea cord just to, as a water bottle flies out, a good amount of pea cord just to hang my bear bag. Headlamp. I said I went heavy. I brought another pair of shoes on this trip, a pair of running sandals, my stove. You can see, I mean, that was a lot in a little tiny pack, right? It's a 25-liter pack, and it all fit inside there. There's a nice pocket in here to help keep things organized. Now remember that this pack is designed for moving fast. It's designed for running. It's designed for hiking. I can see this as an awesome pack for maybe you're running UTMB or another ultra race that requires you to bring a lot of gear. There's required items, safety items you have to bring. This would be a good pack for that. It's light, doesn't really bounce at all. I was on rocky, hilly trails. I didn't get any chafing or crazy bouncing. And I had it loaded pretty well. And obviously the less stuff you put in it, the less it's gonna bounce. I had it loaded down like crazy and I still felt that it didn't bounce a lot at all. You know, this pack would be good just to walk around town. Maybe you're taking your kids to the amusement park or hiking or somewhere. It should be a good pack just to carry some items there too. It's comfortable, has a lot of organizational pockets. Really like this bag. I'm going to quickly just go up to the top here. So it has this top zipper pocket, and in there, this is where you can clip your hydration bladder to this to keep it in place. I didn't because I was filtering water a ton and I just didn't want the extra hassle, but it would be helpful. It has the hydration hose here. You can also, let's see, it has to come out that side. So I'm just going to take that out and show you the size of that pocket. So got the bladder in there, just got a little bit of water in there. So if you look, it's a good sized pocket, right? So if you weren't using a hydration bladder, you can load that up with stuff as well. Just another area to load things. So overall, I really like this pack. I think if I was going to change anything, the only thing I would change is that I would make these. I think these are for your hiking poles, the secure items, and these, and this, which tightens it. I'd probably make the poles, or even just like the actual corded, a different color. A couple times I found myself pulling on the wrong cord when I was trying to tighten or loosen it. Part of that's just me not knowing the pack very well when it was my first time using it. But really, that's my only criticism. I really like this pack. It just launched, right? So I think it came out yesterday or earlier this week. And again, that's from Deckers X Lab. And you can check out the review at Engearment.com. Thanks. Have a good weekend.